When this guy come in, my heart was beating so fast that I thought I was going to blow it for the second time. Just late last week, I shot a big tom with my bow and I couldn't find him. I hit too much of the breast area. If you shoot a turkey in the breast with an arrow, you're not going to kill them. They'll keep on living for who knows how long. They'll become coyote food maybe. But yeah, I blow my opportunity on a bigger tom than this. That big old tom I shot with my bow last week had a 10+ inch beard. He was a good 3-4 year old tom. And I just hit too far forward, too low in the breast region, and didn't kill him at all. I couldn't find him. I searched and searched for over 3 hours in through the dark. I just couldn't find him. But I don't know what I did to deserve this morning, but I'll take it. I feel extremely blessed and fortunate to have tagged out on eastern wild turkey here in Maine. And I tagged out on a nice 2-year-old, a good solid 2-year-old, about 1/4 inch spurs, and maybe 7.5. It looks like a good 8-inch beard. That's probably a solid 8-inch beard all day. A good respectable solid 2-year-old tom. And I set up here with the ghost blind in this area, expecting to just see turkey just coming through all on their own. My tactic here was this morning was to just set up here in this area where there's ample amount of turkey. I find tons of turkey scat and feathers and tracks out in the field and in the pit and everywhere else along the dirt roads. There's tons of turkey in here. So I knew to just come in and just set up and hope for the best. Do some periodic calling. Maybe every 30 minutes call a little bit with the e-collar or the box call. And I did just that. And I was blind calling there for a while. And I hear some distant gobbling way down the dirt road, way behind me. And I think it was 2 jakes and a hen coming through. They sounded like jakes. They didn't sound like mature toms gobbling. They definitely sounded young. So I think a couple jakes gave me the slip. I thought I heard a hen talking. So I think they were henned up, and the hen pulled the jakes with her deeper into the valley through the woods out this way. And they went on. I thought all was lost. I thought that my hunt was over right there. But I stuck with it, and I call again. I call with the box call. And I hear this guy gobbling out in the same direction that these jakes and hen come from. And he sounded older. I knew it was a tom. So I call again, and he quickly answers. So I knew he was coming to my calling. So I shut right up. I put the box call down, and I just waited out. And you know, moments later, he gobbles off to my left, a lot closer, maybe 100 yards away. So I don't call anymore. I knew he was coming. He finally does make his way out into the field out in front of me here. He does see the decoys, and it puts him into gobbling and strutting mode. But he wouldn't commit. The gobbler wouldn't come to the decoys right away. But he stayed out there strutting and gobbling. I'm just filming him with camera. And he's gobbling and strutting at about 80 yards in front of me, beyond the decoys. He was probably 30 yards from the decoys. But he wouldn't commit. He wouldn't come in. And he'd go to feeding. He'd just graze and feed along. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? There's a jake over here trying to mount a hen. Come kick his butt. That's what I'm thinking. I'm expecting him to come in and attack my jake decoy. And he didn't. He just continued on down the field. He'd gobble every now and then. He knew there. I mean, he wanted to, but I mean, I don't know if he had his butt kicked by them jakes. Actually, the fact that I know those were 2 jakes with a hen. I'm guessing the 2 jakes beat him up maybe. They were probably having a fight down here behind me. And the jakes probably beat his butt just moments before he'd come in. Because he was all by himself, and those other 2 with the hen went on. So I'd say those other 2 won the fight and took the hen with them and went on their merry way. So I think that's why he was a little hesitant at first. I think he probably just had his butt kicked, and he wasn't too sure. I don't think he wanted to come in and get his butt whooped for the second time this morning. That's probably the best case scenario that I could figure out. I'm pretty sure that's probably what played out. Quite sure. I'm a little tongue-tied here. Don't know what to say, but yeah, he went on his way about 100 yards away. I call with that same box call. I call and he quickly gobbles to it. You know, he liked it. He liked what he heard. I call one more time, and here he come. I hear him closing the distance, and he come right up the edge. Just he'd puff up. He'd do like half strut along the way. He'd gobble, stop and gobble, half strut as he'd come. He'd close the distance more. He'd half strut, gobble again. I got it all on camera. I filmed him the whole way in. And he finally committed. He finally come in, and he was a little hesitant, nervous. I could tell he was a little nervous at first, but he finally puffed up and got into strut mode, and he puffed up, walked around the backside of the Jake decoy and come out front of him. I was waiting for him to attack him, but he didn't. I got to full draw, waited for him to take a few steps beyond my Jake decoy, and I put it right at the base of his neck. Made a beautiful, beautiful shot with my bow on this tom. I put it right where you're supposed to, right at the base of the neck, top of the wing, base of the neck. It just sliced right through the boiler room, and he only waddled off maybe like 10 yards and died right on the edge of the woods. Just made a beautiful, beautiful shot on him.